Gurmagit, and thank you for selecting this matter, and thank you, Minister, for coming into the House. As you'll be aware, as a result of Brexit, Rosslare has expanded quite rapidly. Continental freight traffic year on year in January increased by 447%. We're seeing a lot more direct shipping routes, and Rosslare is obviously continuing to expand. It's going to be in a post-Brexit environment. Rosslare will grow in importance, and I can sincerely hope that in the long run that we will see Rosslare classified as a Tier 1 port. In addition, Rosslare Europort is obviously going to play a critical role in the development of our offshore wind infrastructure in the Irish and Celtic Seas, and indeed Rosslare will become, I believe, Ireland's offshore hub. You'll know, Minister, that the M11 motorway, once you come down the end of the M50, you travel down through Wicklow and Wexford. It's a great road. You suddenly come to a shuddering halt in the very pretty village of Rosslare, or of Oylegate. And the problem is that there are tailbacks in that village. From an environmental point of view, to have those lorries and trucks stalled there is a great inconvenience, and it's environmentally damaging for that to happen. Not having this motorway in place is also, obviously, from a road safety point of view, of major concern in Oylegate and indeed in Rosslare itself. And the delays that we've seen, which can be about 20 minutes, that obviously for those who are in the haulage business, it has a serious impact on logistics. You know that we have long promised completing the M11. This is something we've been waiting for a long time, but for some reason now there seems to be delays in selecting the preferred route to complete this. This process had been done in the past. It's had to be done again recently, and residents have been left in limbo as to exactly what's happening. I think it's completely unfair for those landowners and property owners who are on any of the possible routes that a preferred route still hasn't been indicated. The Brexit Committee of this House has written to the Government indicating very strongly that the M11 needs to be completed. The Irish Road Haulage Association have said that this is key if we are to ensure the long-term development of Rosslare Europort and easy access for its vehicles, and that it's not stalled, that those vehicles aren't stalled in Oylegate. Rosslare Europort has said it's an essential development, obviously in terms of for vehicles travelling to and from the port at present, but also in terms of the port's long-term development. But it's also really important for the quality of life of people who live in Oylegate and Rosslare that we do see this road completed. So what I'm asking, Minister, in the context of the review of the National Development Plan and Rosslare Europort's critical importance now in a post-Brexit environment, that you provide us with an update with regard to the plan, but also that there were assurances on the part of the Government that this is a top priority. This is essential not just to Wexford and the South East, but indeed for this country's long-term development. And I would appreciate, Minister, that you can provide us with as much detail as possible.
Senator, Minister, you have 4 minutes.
Thank you, Cathaoirleach, and I thank Senator Byrne for raising this very important issue, which I am taking on behalf of the Minister for Transport today. Firstly, I would like to explain that once funding arrangements have been put in place through the Department of Transport under the Roads Act 1993 to 2015, the planning, design and construction of individual national roads is a matter for Transport Infrastructure Ireland in conjunction with the local authorities concerned. Overall, Transport Infrastructure Ireland is responsible for the delivery of the National Roads Programme in accordance with Project Ireland 2040 and the National Development Plan. In that context, TII provides the Department with regular updates on its delivery of the National Roads Programme. Within the time frame given in the lead-up to this debate, the following information is the most up-to-date information available to the Minister. Within the overall context of Project Ireland 2040, the National Development Plan was developed to underpin the successful implementation of the National Planning Framework. This provides the strategic and financial framework for the National Roads Programme for the period from 2018 to 2027. The focus of TII's activities is, accordingly, being directed towards the development of the major national road improvement schemes that are aligned and included in the NDP, along with the maintenance of the existing national road network. The N11 N25 Oylegate to Rosslare Harbour project focuses on the improvements to both the N11 and N25. The project commences south of the M11 Gorey to Enniscorthy motorway, which opened in 2019. The existing route runs through Oylegate village and on to Wexford, where it connects with the N25 road from Wexford to Rosslare Europort through the villages of Tegoat, Kilrain and Rosslare Harbour. This project consists of approximately 33 kilometres of high-quality route which will form a strategic link between Rosslare Europort, Dublin and the rest of Ireland. The project will form part of two strategic links between Rosslare Europort, Wexford and Dublin via the M11 and N11, and between Rosslare Europort, Wexford and Cork Waterford via the N25. The proposed scheme has been subject to pre-appraisal to establish compliance with the requirements of the Public Spending Code and Common Appraisal Framework for transport projects and programmes. TII's approval was given to Wexford County Council as sponsoring agency to proceed with the appointment of technical advisers for Phase 1 to 4 inclusive of TII's project management guidelines, who are progressing the planning, design and appraisal of the project. Phase 1 concept and feasibility has been completed. Phase 2 option selection has commenced. The virtual public consultation project process has constraints, and the option selection commenced on July 6, 2020 and concluded on the 10th of August. All feedback has now been considered by the project team, and a detailed assessment of the scheme options and different combinations of such options are progressing in order to identify the option that best meets the project objectives. The progression of this scheme is dependent on the availability of funding, the timeframe and delivery of any major or minor work projects that require statutory approval, whether for environmental impact assessment report or compulsory purchase order, or both, is between 8 to 13 years. As this project is in the early stage of planning, it is not yet possible to provide an accurate estimate of the total cost of the project. The estimated cost cannot be finalised until the project reaches the business case stage process. This project will increase the safety and capacity of the N11 N25 corridor, in addition to providing and improving the connectivity between Wexford, the surrounding areas of international markets. This proposed project will also provide journey time reliability for road users, which will improve the quality of life for local residents. It will strengthen Ireland's international links, having a positive economic benefit to the region. A major benefit provided by the proposed project is the improvement in road safety and provision of infrastructure that can accommodate larger volume of road users. In addition, improved journey time reliability may encourage increased usage of road-based public transport. Rosslare Europort is a key strategic transport link between Ireland and both the European mainland and the United Kingdom. In addition to the N11 N25 Oylegate to Rosslare Harbour project, the N25 Rosslare to Europort Access Road project is proposing to provide improved access to Rosslare Europort from the N25 National Primary Road to ensure and secure the sustainability and competitiveness of our key transport link. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. Senator, 1 minute.
Thank you, Minister. I think you do realise about how important this road is and its completion. And again, I am concerned about the time frame that we're talking about. I think there's an ideal opportunity now in the context of the review of the National Development Plan, because obviously we're in a very different world to when the NDP was drawn up, and a number of submissions have been made about the importance of this. So I would ask, and I would ask that you would take it back to the Minister for Transport, that this is not just important to County Wexford. This is a critical piece of infrastructure for the country. Yes, it will obviously improve road safety within the area, but access and egress from Rosslare Europort is essential for this country's future economic development, not just in terms of freight, but as I mentioned, with regard to the development of the offshore hub. And my concern again relates to the time frame that we're talking about. So I would ask, in the context of the NDP review, that this would be given priority.
Thanks, Senator. Minister, 1 minute.
Yeah, thank Senator Byrne for raising the very important issue, and obviously I will convey your concerns on to Minister Ryan. And obviously this is a national project, there's no doubt in that. I think its importance is absolutely critical to unlock our infrastructure, unlock our potential, and especially in a post-Brexit era, it's compounded in terms of its importance. So I absolutely understand how important it is included in the review of the capital plan. I bring your views to Minister Ryan in connection with that, and thank you for giving me the time to outline the merits of the project as well.